I don't know how I can describe this song. I think after honestly listening to this, I can safely say that I'm just going to give up on Slipknot. I don't know what kind of crack they decided to smoke before writing this song, but whatever crack they smoked, keep it away from me. Seriously, I'm going to have to take my glasses off for this. Hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another installment of Comprehensive Music Reviews. For those of you brand new, my name is Nick. I post these music reviews whenever there's a new song that's released, and I have a lot of other music content and music-related content that's on this channel, so for those of you who want to stick around, consider subscribing, then drop a comment. Let me know that you subscribed. I'd be glad to have you guys on board. This music review is going to be something that's a little bit of a throwback band for me, and honestly, it's this one's going to be a little bit of a hard one. I think honestly, we're not gonna be so thrilled. I know a lot of the songs that we've been reviewing, they've actually gone pretty high. I don't think I've had a song yet that's gone really well, besides for Metallica's 2 singles, but you know, all that to the side. I don't think I've had a song that goes below a 6, but we have a bad song now. Without further ado, today we are going to be reviewing Slipknot, Bone Church. And you guys might want to strap in because this is going to be a little bit of a handful. We're going to follow the same format that we always do whenever we do these. So without further ado, let's dive in. Starting off with a basic overview. This is bad. I don't know what the heck happened to Slipknot. Something has definitely gone wrong. I don't know whether or not it's been a managerial swap or they're having people ghostwrite for them or something. Or they just have really bad AI that's generating song prompts and then they're just following that. I mean, like, this is seriously, I don't know what's happened to this band. A band that I honestly spent a lot of my high school years listening to really honestly helped me to channel a lot of my aggression out. Slipknot was just one of those bands that they were able to encapsulate that teenage aggression, help you internalize it, and ultimately help you to channel it. Yes, they were a band that was back in the day angsty, they were edgy of some sorts, they were aggressive, they were loud, but all of those things helped to make Slipknot what they were famous for, being an absolutely brutal band. And now the only way that I can really describe Slipknot is they've been defanged, they've been declawed, they've been neutered. What happened to these guys? I don't know. Like, seriously, I'm gonna have to take my glasses off for this. This song is honestly probably one of the weakest songs that I've ever heard from Slipknot. I don't know how this is even gonna have a really good rating at all. This is just absolutely terrible. There's no other way really to describe it. It's just bad. Looking at the music production side of things, honestly, the way that this song was mixed, it's very narrow. I don't like the way that the EQ is done. Because here's the thing, especially if you're gonna have a song that is done in the clean fashion, which means no distortion on your guitars or little distortion on your guitars, and a lot of clean singing, no death growling or anything like that, you generally are going to want to have a little bit more of a broader EQ, so that way you can bring out a lot of fullness in the sound. And with a band like Slipknot that has 9 members and a whole bunch of different percussion elements, you want that. You don't want a narrow EQ. I honestly feel like they kind of held themselves back a little bit. Now, what the main problem I'm going to hear people say is, well, I listen to it on my headphones and it sounds pretty full. That's the problem. See, what they don't tell you in the industry is the headphones that you take and you listen to have artificially boosted bass that make you think that the sound is more full than it is, when in reality it's not. They actually end up expending away at the mids, they expend away at some of the highs, at the cost of your quality of music, just so that way they can throw more bass on there artificially and make you think that it's a broader sound range. When listening to it on something like these studio headphones, you can hear a lot more different sounds and a lot more frequencies that you're probably not going to hear on regular little earbuds. The best way that I can describe it, the EQ done for this song was very narrow. It was not good. This song needed to be a lot more full. There needed to be a lot more range with it. It honestly felt like they just boxed it in. And that doesn't honestly make for a good EQ, especially when you're doing anything clean sung. And of course, they had to add a bunch of these different samples and whatnot that was in there. I mean, like, it's Slipknot. Of course, they're going to do that. But I just don't feel like that their samples are working anymore. I think that they're running out of ideas. It doesn't give you that feeling of Slipknot. It gives you that feeling of like some sort of electronic dreamcore. I don't know what exactly you kids listen to nowadays. Seriously, like, what even is dreamcore? I don't know. I just feel like that's a thing. It probably is. But all that to the side, looking at it from the writing perspective, Slipknot decided to stick to the KISS philosophy. And for those of you who don't know, KISS stands for one thing. Keep it simple, stupid. The song is very simple. There's a lot of things that they have in here where I'm like, okay, you could have done more with this. I have a little bit of a biases. I listen to mostly tech death. All that to the side, I can still get down to some simple rhythms. Simplicity has its place. And I feel like that when not overused, simplicity can actually make a song a whole lot better. I don't feel like Slipknot should have done simplicity on this song. They should have added some more complicated parts, some better harmonies, instead of just throwing in a whole bunch of other instruments. When the song opened up and I heard, out of all instruments, an accordion. Yes, that is an actual accordion on that song. I lost interest immediately. If I want to listen to accordion, I will listen to Weird Al Yankovic. I will listen to Eat It. I will listen to Amish Paradise. I will not be listening to Slipknot when I want to hear accordion. But that's what they did anyway. I'm not sure what influenced that decision. I'm not sure who decided to come up with that. But whoever decided to come up with that should probably get slapped in the face for it, because no, it doesn't fit. It feels very out of place. I don't agree with it. Once again, with all of the synths that they're just using a bunch of sounds and a bunch of these different waves and whatnot that honestly just kind of feel like they're grasping at straws at this point. You can reuse similar synth waves. You know that, right? Throwing back to an older song's synth feeling is perfectly fine to do. And oftentimes it brings back that element of nostalgia when you listen to a song, and it keeps the viewer listening. It's the viewer listening. Wow, listen to me. I am speaking some big brain stuff today. It keeps the listener engaged, especially if it can bring them back to a previous memory. It's perfectly fine to do that. So the writing on the song, honestly, I do have a lot of problems with. There's a lot that's lacking. I will say one thing, the layering is done very nicely, but that's all that's to it. It's just good layering. Is that all I want? No, I want some more intricacies in your songwriting. I want the actual instrumentation to stand out to me, not to feel like everything's kind of molded and blended together. I can't hear any other elements of percussion. The drums are electronic and sampled. In fact, actually, I think most of the song is electronically sampled. I'm not trying to listen to that. If I wanted to listen to that, I would listen to trap beats. If I'm trying to tune into Slipknot, I want to listen to Slipknot. Doom ba, doom ba, doom ba. That kind of stuff. So overall, I feel like that the actual instrumentation was lacking. And not only that, I do have a problem with the vocals. Look, there is no denying that Corey Taylor sounds really good. He does. There's no problem with the way Corey Taylor sounds. His voice is excellent. It works. He chooses really good harmonies. There's no problem with that. The problem that I have is that your lyrics are way too obscure. Like, seriously, lay it out in a way that I can understand. Old Slipknot was straight to the point. Just boom, it laid it all right out there for you. You understood it. You got the drift. New Slipknot, I feel like that Corey just generates words with an AI generator and then just kind of like, oh, let me just pick all these random phrases and put it together. I will read you one of the lyrics from the new song. Burned my hands wrapped around the sun. Raise my walls, but the damage is done. I see bugs from the corner of my eye. Just a shadow, a figment, another empty lie. What? Here's another one. This is from verse 3. One man's jewel is another's moistened knife. Another coward, another cripple, another savior in the light. What does that mean? Again, it sounds like he is just pulling from a random word generator, jumbling a bunch of words together, and then just being like, yep, that works. Good luck figuring it out. Like, give me a meaning behind the song. I want to understand it. I've never understood how he writes his lyrics, and sometimes it's better that way, but at the same time, I feel like this is just bad. So with an overall review, once again, to bring everything back full circle, this song honestly is probably one of the weakest Slipknot songs that I've heard to date. It's not a strong performance. It doesn't do very well. It's not very memorable, except that for the fact that you remember how bad it is. It's just not mixed well. It's not instrumented well. The lyrics, you can barely even understand what the heck he's talking about. This is just overall a flop of a Slipknot song. An absolute flop. I think their career is pretty much done. Now, I had a lot of bad things to say about The End So Far, which was the album they released in 2022, but I heard a lot of people say, oh, well, they're just going to be releasing that because this is the end of their term with Roadrunner. And while, yes, that may be the case, if you look on the Spotify crediting for who did the releasing of the song, it's Roadrunner. They didn't terminate anything. They restarted their lease. So once again, Slipknot has decided to just put out crappy music. They signed again with Roadrunner. You know, the agency that they were talking crap about, saying they didn't make any money from. To give this one a review, this is honestly, in 110% opinion, fully honest, 1.9 out of 10. Don't listen to it. Don't waste your time. Don't add it to a playlist. It sucks. And now we're going to review some of the comments that were said on this video. Now, obviously, I'm going to blot out the names so that way you can't see who it is. I'm not trying to dox these people. All right, so we have this one up here. This is such an art, not for everyone, not meant to be always understood, but this speaks in various forms, and it's incredible. Not meant to always be understood. The point of the song is to be understood. I want to understand it so I can have a deeper relationship with the song. Let's see, we got a lot of comments in Spanish on here too, so I can't understand that. Here we go. This band can do no wrong in my opinion. They're seasoned and constantly evolving. This sounds fantastic. See, this is what I'm going to be talking about. Some of these people are Slipknot stans. They will literally just eat up whatever Slipknot regurgitates and just like it. But I honestly think that a lot of these people are Slipknot stans. It's not that good of a song, guys. Please stop. One of the few bands that never downgrades. This wasn't the band Slipknot. This was Art, a fantastic song with a little emoji, emoji, and an emoji. I don't know what they're called. Don't ask me. Slipknot will never die. Who here is still rocking? Slipknot forever. Slipknot already died. Thank you very much. Once again, we have a lot more comments that are in Spanish. This ensemble of talented musicians, it's hard to fathom a childhood without the sounds of Slipknot. Kudos to you all for continuing to bring us top-notch tunes. I'm going to press X for doubt on that one. They are not continuing to bring us good tunes. And then we have my comment. So this is what you guys have devolved to? A neutered Slipknot? No thanks. That pretty much sums up my thoughts for this video. With that being said, that'll be the end of this music review. So, consider subscribing if you liked it. What do you think of Slipknot's new song? Drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think. And drop a like on this video as well. That would be appreciated. We post drum shorts twice a day, every day, 365 days of the year on this channel. We do music reviews like this whenever there's a new song that's released. And also, on Saturday mornings at 11 a.m., we do a Minecraft video to just unwind, mix up the content a little bit, and just have some fun time to vibe out with you guys. That's going to be the end of this video. Hopefully you liked it, and hopefully I'll be able to see you guys in the next one. Cheers.